Less than a week away from opening kickoff, Chiefs, Ravens. Y'all should be super hyped for that one. Should be a good game. Debut of Derrick Henry. The new look Ravens without Mike McDonald. How are they going to hold up defensively, offensively? Curious to see what Zay Flowers has in store this year. Dude needs to kind of keep his cool because I feel like he has a lot of potential. And if the Ravens are going to do anything for the next couple years, I feel like him and Lamar have to be on points. I just don't know if the maturity is there yet, but I'm hoping it is. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely as well. I know Mark Andrews is dealing with a little injury right now, but Isaiah Likely has proven to be a solid number two tight end. So really excited to see them from that perspective. And then of course you got the Chiefs, trying to do the impossible, trying to make history. The three-peat, and it starts on Thursday. There was actually a report from Pro Football Talk. They interviewed Josh Jacobs, and apparently the Chiefs tried really hard to sign him. I just wanted to make a quick little note on that, just because, again, he might be over-exaggerating. He might just be, I don't know, talking nonsense, but that was really strange for me to read. Just because, it doesn't make sense. Isaiah Pacheco is probably my favorite RB in the league. Dude just runs he's got a lot of pain in his heart, and I love that. And he does have a lot of pain in his heart. He's got a hell of a story. And I just, when you have a dude that's been solid since day one, why would you try to sign Josh Jacobs? I know Josh Jacobs is talented. In my opinion, he's only had one good year. We'll see what he does with the Packers. He should do well in that offense. If he doesn't, that's a huge red flag, and I feel like they got finesse, but whole other story there. But I just want to make a quick little note of that. Why would the Chiefs try to do that when obviously the need has been wide receiver since last year? But either way, it didn't happen, and Pacheco is still the guy. They also brought back Clyde. Man, I could talk about Clyde for a minute, but I don't know. I just feel like he's kind of had a bad beat so far in the NFL. The dude has talent. He just had some weird injuries. And, sometimes when he gets the ball, he still makes plays and he still breaks some tackles and does some good things. I don't know. I just feel like he needs to, shake it off or get a fresh start at some point. He also had a quote a little while ago, dealing with some off the field issues. I can't remember it specifically, but just a lot of anxiety and oh right, that's what it was. He still has PTSD from when he was a teenager. Him and his friend killed another kid. So, man, I don't know. I've always been a fan of him, LSU days, so I still think he has potential. I just think he needs a fresh start. And then you got Kelsey, obviously, back. I'm kind of surprised he didn't retire with his brother, especially after that Super Bowl win. But at the same time, to three-peat, you kind of got to come back. I really feel like he's got 2 years max. If not, this should be his last year. Regular season last year, not great, I gotta be honest. Sure, a handful of games he went off and looked like Travis Kelce, but he really came on late in the playoffs and he looked like his old self, extremely elite, Hall of Famer. We'll see what he has in store this year. I would really try to put him on ice and try to get the backups involved as much as they can and just kind of just play for that three-peat, try to experiment in the regular season, and then once it's playoff time, all systems go. But we'll see how they use him this year. And then wide receiver wise for the Chiefs, Rashee Rice comes out clean scathed. No suspension. I feel like if he is going to get suspended, it's going to be for next year. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that's normal protocol from a legal perspective, but damn, the Chiefs definitely caught a break there, especially if they're trying to three-peat, which they are. So good on them. Rashee Rice, man, he looked good last year. For a rookie, he looked really, really good. I know he has Pat Mahomes, so you should look good. But At the same time, that's not entirely true because look at Sky Moore's career so far. Dude just hasn't done much. I really thought he would be something, but I don't know. Will he do anything this year? But back to the main point, Hollywood Brown won't be available week 1 against one of his former teams. I'm really curious to see what Hollywood Brown has in store for the Chiefs this year. He's kind of had an interesting career. Played with Lamar, then wanted out. He did okay with Lamar, but I just feel like it wasn't all there. There was a lot of drops. There was just a lot of... It just wasn't flowing right. And then he went to Arizona. He did some things with Kyler and whatnot, but if he can't look really good this year, or at least like a solid number 3, or maybe even a 2 on this offense, then I feel like we know what he is. Because I don't know. I feel like he hasn't ever lived up to his full potential consistently. I know he could play. I don't know if it's a IQ thing or what have you, but he just has yet to put it all together for a full season, and I'm hoping he does this year, man. I'm hoping he does this year. But yeah, we'll have to wait until probably week 2 or week 3 to see him make his Chiefs debut. And with that injury, they brought back Juju Smith-Schuster. I'd say it's a fine depth signing in the meantime while he recovers. It really doesn't matter who Mahomes is throwing to. Like, he'll figure it out. Defensively, too, we'll see what the Chiefs have in store. I feel like, as far as the Chiefs' defense, I feel like they'll be solid again, even though they did lose Snead and whatnot. I just really trust the DC, Chris Jones and company. I just feel like they may not be as good as they were last year, but I feel like they'll still be a solid unit. And yeah, man, let me know what y'all think about opening night. Are you excited? You hyped? Who you rooting for? The Chiefs are favored right now, obviously. Minus 150, home team, 2-time Super Bowl champs, so it makes sense. But if you are going to bet on the Chiefs, just be aware that last year in the regular season, they weren't fully the Chiefs throughout the whole duration of last year. So they had their moments. I mean, they lost to the Raiders at home on that Christmas game or whatever. So, and they also lost the opening night against the Lions. I know Travis Kelce wasn't playing. I know Chris Jones wasn't playing, but still, the Chiefs are susceptible in the regular season. So if you are going to bet on them opening night, just be cautious. I still think it's a good bet. Just be cautious. Things could get weird. And yeah, man, that's all I got for right now. Let me know what y'all think. You excited? You hyped? That's all I got for right now. Peace.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
The Rams now move the chains.
Receivers get scared sometimes running that slant route. They know their linebackers inside running towards them because they're watching the quarterback's eyes.
First down at the 27. He's drilled as he throws. Second down after the incompletion.